Canal. This is Alexanderplatz in the middle of the night. And we're heading for our tram, or actually the U-Bahn. This is still Alexanderplatz. A little quieter tonight than last night. This is where the activity was last night. This is Friday the 5th of October. And this is a picture in our flat in East Berlin, in the Marzahn area. This is our bed. And as you can see, it's a king size, very large. Next to the bed is the, I guess you'd call it the dining room. Evening meals are normally served here, although we've been eating them all in the other room. So this is a picture. I'm standing over by the windows now. Our bed, the dividing area, flowers, books, and so forth. And as I said before, the dining area. And of course on my right then is a wall of closets. Now this is a picture taken from the hall as we just left our bedroom, and the kitchen is on the right. This is the cupboards for the kitchen. We walk into this would be their combined living room and eating area. Television, couch. Okay, this is the same room. I'm standing over by the window. Couch, table, and then looking over into the kitchen area. And now this is the kitchen area. And this is the home of Olaf and Christina Neugenbaum. Okay, now we're entering the bathroom. I had mentioned this was Neugenbaum. It's Neugenbauer. That's the name. This is the bathroom. You can see the clothesline. Dressing area. And the washing machine. And this is the entryway and the door out. This is in the 8th floor. Okay, this is a picture looking outside from their living quarters, and that's their football field, soccer practice field. And then of course there is the tram, and that's the tram that we have taken. Tram only runs in East Berlin. West Berlin does not have the tram.
Living children who had suffered under these conditions here, and that's why they use this asylum area to relax and to help them.
Ja, vielleicht noch was zu den Kindern selbst. Die meisten oder fast alle Kinder haben noch eigene Eltern.
Danke, danke. There we go.
This is the children's home.
Yeah.
Probably it goes together with that.
Oh, you have to build houses.
Yes, you build houses.
This is a sport.
Yes, the fort.
Oh, isn't that here? Oh. Is there going to stay there?
This is Alexanderplatz again. It's a little more sunlight out here. Tower. This is from the radio tower. The Spray River. Museum Island. It's Unter den Linden. Brandenburg Gate. Behind this tall building is the Reichstag. Training grounds by the Reichstag. And then on the western side is the Tiergarten. Close to the gate. And over into West Germany. This is a picture of the dome. Rathaus and the St. Nikolai Church. This is all East Berlin. And this is a little different angle of the Spree River. And again, we're looking toward Museum Island. Another angle of the Rathaus and the St. Nikolai Church. Background then is West
Da kann ich mich ungefähr orientieren. Das ist dann ja die Yorkstraße.
This is the
Und dahinter ist ja der Columbia.
Der Hermann,
Das ist ja der Columbia.
ja. Der Hermannplatz muss, der müsste dann weiter da lang sein, genau. Und dahinter geht es in Richtung
Also dahinter muss irgendwo.
and it's Alexanderplatz Station and Alexanderplatz that square right down below. And right now that's the lowest shop. And this is another angle of Alexanderplatz. This is a couple nights ago is where some of the rioting took place. So panning out into the eastern part of Berlin. And that's where our host family.
Skispringen halt, das ist. Das Zeug jetzt schon ins Weil am Rhein, das ist so einer, der für eine Mark hoch und dann fliegst du schon so ins Wasser mit einem Boot.
Du machst schon höhere Seile, höhere Seile nicht.
Ja, ich darf nicht, wird schwer.
Selbe Zimmer, bloß das falsche Bett. Ja, ich habe gesagt, weil die gesagt haben, es kommt ein anderes Zimmer. Diese Kind ist aber nicht in das Zimmer gekommen.
Ja.
Im Hinterhof. Nee, später.
It's the S-Bahn coming in on Alexander Place. And this is scanning up pretty much to the north area of Berlin. To the dome on the left is the French dome. That's the music hall. On the right is the eating in the French dome.
А то вот кетчупку. Ja.
And the open space Potsdamer Platz. And now we're down at the base of the radio tower into Alexanderplatz. Some of the greenery. And then we'll pan into some of the vendors and then the Alexander train station.
Joghurt immer 12 Stück, 5 Mark, mein nur zum Feiern. 200 Gramm.
So in Yogurt.
Alles der Rest. Die Firma Not und Elend von dir lagert. Jawohl, die letzten hier. Die letzten 20.000 Joghurt.
The teacher's building in East Berlin. This is Karl Marx alley. They brought Lois down for some shopping in glass or crystal. And this street was the first street we built after the war. Christina says these houses were flats, apartments on the right. They were built during the Stalin era. And they had the cheapest rents now. They were the first one replaced in Berlin. This whole area was, the older houses were completely destroyed during the war. What did Christina say this was? They had the guards there that were... Oh, okay, so this is the Humboldt University. This is Humboldt University then, Humboldt. And that's their statue of the king. He said Fritz. And this is his car, a Russian car, the Lada. And then we're panning down here. What was this, Christina? That?
This is called like a cabinet because it's...
Oh, okay. Shaped like a cabinet, yes. And this is the State Opera building. And the museums, and then Museum Island is to the left down here.
They're all through.
This was the, we're entering the Charlottenburg Palace, and the guards are out. So we entered the plaza at the Charlottenburg Palace. There's a lot of vendors set up there. Or Christina Lois. Music in the background. German, the British flag, and the Berlin flag. Charlottenburg Palace. I'll get you in there. Another side, actually we're heading to the entrance into the palace. Now we're inside the one of the main ballrooms in the palace. It's the chandeliers. You see them?
You're welcome. I don't know, but it's big.
This must be the green room.
The green room.
And this is one of the bedrooms in the Charlottenburg Schloss. And this furniture came out of the old Berliner Dome, or the old Berliner Castle, I should say, which was destroyed in World War II. There's the wash basin. There's an old Mercedes, in very good shape. This is the Brits, they're in the area and they got some of these tents set up. Said they're here on a friendship date. And of course we're in the British sector. There's a dog in the woman's purse there, the cat's sticking out. And we're walking down toward our car. We're leaving the palace. Give you some idea of some of the narrow streets in Berlin. Of course, this is West Berlin.
Oh, really?
Years ago, it was raining before, and then they
Built it back.
Well, they've done a real good job on it. This is the German Dome.
At sunset.
Yeah. And in the center is the music hall.
At sunset.
And a lot of activities were in here on 3rd of October. And that is the French Dome, and that's where we will be eating. Not the French Dome, the French...
French, what do you call it?
Is it French Dome? Okay.
German Dome.
And the French Dome. This is a picture from on top of the German Dome.
No, French Dome.
French Dome, yes. Looking at the German Dome. All right, that's all West Berlin over here. It's the Reichstag at night. Grand Hotel.
Ausbauen. Jetzt wollen wir ihre Schwester, ja.
The Rathaus.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's the Rathaus, yeah.
And the Berliner Dome.
See the dome. There's so many church spires over in the background too, man. And that's Museum Island, I imagine over that way.
Okay, in the background.
Oh yes, I see that.
There's in Treptow, the Kulturpark.
Oh, in Treptow.
Yes, in Treptow. It is a big
Ferris wheel or a museum or circus?
no, amusement. That's a carousel. You can.
This is inside the dome. We walk up these steps. And now we're at the top. This is all of the bells in the dome. This is in the bottom of the French Dome. Just had our hors d'oeuvres. Now we're getting a little design. And this is the Brandenburg Tor. 10 o'clock at night. We just finished eating in the Unter den Linden Hotel.
Monument of the Brandenburger Tor will be finished in November.
Folklore den der.
And the fences around because they're also doing some more restoration. This is the back side of the Reichstag, and we're heading toward the front. This is the Reichstag. And here's the Brandenburg Gate from the taken from the west side, which we couldn't really see that well before. It was just a wall of And this is Lois and Christina. We're up at their garden house, which is a very large lot. And they were picking grass to take back to the flat for their guinea pig. That's their pet they have. And their lot goes back to the pens. What's the name of this town, Christina?
Schmachtenhagen.
Okay. Schmachtenhagen.
And did you show them where they take the bath?
Well, I haven't scanned the whole area here yet. Olaf is watering the flowers. The cabin. The tub. And then the water.
Buy these just like this.
Now they're on the patio of their cabin.
Yeah, you did a nice job here.
We're planning on leaving. And it's in the back of the house that's in the main road. It's a very large area.
By the sequence and we'll remember how we went.
And this is the house. Their cabin is behind this one. You can see the house is fairly old. And this is the front of the house. Then restored the funeral path. Christina says the house is probably built in the mid-1800s. This is the Havel River, and we're north of Berlin, but this is one of the two main rivers flowing into Berlin. The Spree is the other one, and going up there. And that's a bridge over the Havel. And we had just passed through the town and passed by the Sachshausen concentration ward. Now this is the large part of the wall that is still left, and we're just on my right is East Germany. And then the wall that you see, and I'm looking toward West Berlin. So there's a good part of the wall left here. See the sign Berlin. That's the West Berlin. And then we're going down the other side of the street. And then of course East Berlin is on my left now. This is East Berlin. So there's a good part of the wall still right there. And these are left over, huh, from the... And that's the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial.
Oh, we stopped.
This is the Kudamm looking away from the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial. We're standing in front of the building where Christina goes in the evenings to take her English class. And this is another picture from in front of Christina's school, and that's the Kaiserwood Memorial Church. Kaiser Wilhelm Church, which was built after the war. This is taken from the other side now of the building. This is, of course, what's left after the bombing. On the right is the new bell tower. Newer design. They just leave this steeple for the monument.
Oh yeah, okay.
Zoo.
He's swimming.
Sure good. Reichstag.
It's cool to swim today.
And of course we're looking into East Berlin.
Another one swimming.
Ich bin doch schon da, ich bin immer wieder fix.
You got them on TV. Get them on your camera.
Lass mal auf die Tür. Zum Kaffee. Nee, aufgebracht. Zum Kaffee.
This is on top of the Europa Center, the church, and the Q-Down. And this is West Berlin looking into East Berlin. Okay, this is a picture from the Europa Center looking north. It's the Tiergarten, the zoo below us. And there is the Victory Memorial. I believe it's the Bismarck. And that's the Jimmy Carter Smile, the building. Reichstag. And then beyond the Reichstag, of course, is East Berlin. That's the television tower. And the dome. And the various spires.
where we
Well, we went out yesterday, but then the restaurant we went to was Visa, so I just used the plastic.
Yeah, the one we went to last night was not. It was a nice restaurant, but yeah, there were 2 teenagers with them, you know, so that was 6, and then that was a nice
We had the same thing in Lubeck. We went into D, asked them if they were Visa, and he said no. And then I said, do you take traveler's checks? And he went and checked and came back and said yes. No problem. When we got the bill, they wouldn't take
they wouldn't take?
So Joyce and I pooled our resources.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And so I didn't.
Hey, we're down at
Alexanderplatz.
Alexanderplatz.
It's a little quieter than it was.
It doesn't give the Americans in their own language a schedule, so they know what to expect.
Oh yeah. See,
Well,
that's what's
Gisla's office should have done that.
Yes.
We were just in the dark, and we found out at the spur. I didn't know they were having music that night, and she laughed and she said, I live here." She said, "I can't tell, but she said when I get home, I can smell myself." She gets back to America, and I thought, "Oh, good." Nothing like good hot water, though.
Yeah, right.
Scalding.
Well, what I like to get home and get into my shower and just stand there.
Yeah.
See, when I at somebody's house, I don't do
Like
that
to
because
use-
I don't think I should use that much hot water.
Yes.
But at home, I don't care.
On his back.
I just love my shower. I love that shower boy. I'll stand in there for 15 minutes.
Well, we know a lot more about the situation than we ever would at home.
Isn't it funny what you learn? See,
He'd only had it for 2 weeks. Now, it was 6 years old, but it was in very good condition. Looked new, you know. It was new to him, of course, and so he was...
called it twice, too.
But those public address systems
Well, we
in the
didn't
train
hear it.
station, most
We
people
didn't
can't
hear it.
understand what they're saying.
But we made our mistake and we learned that. Now when we go into our gate area, we face the door.
The exit door.
You know, the chairs are both ways, you know.
Yeah.
And we were facing away.
Yeah, we had our backs to the door,
And
so-
these people got up and went out and we
you
never
didn't
even
know it.
saw them. This guy was talking to us so rapidly.
Instructions and said the meeting point was at Volatile Station, which is only 2 stations beyond ours, you know, so, and she says that's the meeting place
She
at
even
10
drew me a
o'clock.
picture of a train.
Yeah.
She draws me a train.
Oh, really?
And what
then
gate?
a policeman that was pretty good English.
very
pretty
good
English.
English, yes.
And we figured if anybody could help us trace the thing down, he could.
But that's the only grocery store we finally got to. And we were going to stop Saturday, and we got messed up with the trains were the track was being repaired, so we had a hell of a time getting home. It took us 2 hours to get home. But yeah, I better go see how my legs
This was the town of Doran.
I have to make a California.
Right here's the border. The old
Well, there's a lot of advantages in owning your own business, but there are also some disadvantages. You try to sell a printing company what do you got, a bunch of used machinery? You try to sell.
This is looking out from our patio in Hamburg. We're up by the airport. And this is an apartment complex or flats right behind our hotel. And you can see the patio. And we're up on the 3rd floor. stop in Gatwick, London, where he disembarked of the plane and then go into
Probably over here on the table.
Yeah, I just try to put it somewhere.
Is this it?
Yeah, probably.
Whoops.
Whoa, what was that?
Slam this chair into
Whoa.
the, They have to go back to California, man.
They're gonna go on the
Well, they have to
airplane.
go bye-bye, Matt.
Can you
They
tell
go
Larry? Bye-bye?
bye. Want to shake hands?
And Donna?
Want to shake hands? Want to shake hands? You gonna shake hands?
Shake hands?
See, that means bye-bye.
That's the way the soccer buddies do it. Yeah, they shake hands and then they give them high five.
Or they pat each other's butt.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
Okay.
Oh, that looks so awful. I feel like a witch.